What's something people don't know about podcast disclaimers? They're the ultimate cover our butts move. All right, folks, let's get real. You know those disclaimers at the start of podcasts? The ones that say these opinions are our own and not our employers, friends, or anyone who might sue us. Yeah, those. Why do we need them? Because Stacey and Casey here, well, we might say something bonkers. And we don't want you blaming our bosses, our moms, or that guy who bagged our groceries last week. Nope, it's all on us, people. Think of it like this. We're just two dudes with microphones and way too much free time. And while we're at it, let's be clear. Our jokes, rants, and random thoughts, purely our own genius or nonsense. Depends on the day, so sit back, relax, and remember, if you're offended, it's definitely not because of our employers. It's all Stacey and Casey, baby. Covering our butts, one disclaimer at a time.
You're about to hit 1 million. Bro, I know. It doesn't even feel real.
None of this is real.
Here, son, look at what I'm watching.
That's an AI movie.
None of that's real. Everyone in the entertainment industry is going to lose their job. No. And before you know it, you won't be real. No.
Goodbye, J Daddy.
Grandma, wake up! Everyone's turning into AI monsters.
Oh, hey there, honey.
The AI's taking over.
You want a cookie?
What it do, baby? I'm Stacey.
I'm Casey.
And welcome to We're Not AI.
No, we are the Stacey and Casey show.
Yes, sir.
And that video was
Creeps me the fuck out.
pretty fucking funny and scary at the same time.
To you, it's funny. It creeps me out. Like the hot dogs out of the eyes. Hey, that
Everybody
is
in the
so
movie
trippy.
industry is going to lose their job. It
They
was just
already
like,
have.
they already have. I know. Man, that was a good video.
That was definitely one to show you the power of AI, right?
Man, that's like, it's really taken over my YouTube feed. I looked at one video of Michael Jackson stealing some chicken inside of a fast food joint, and then it was just 2 hours later. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
where did I go for a second?
I was gonna say you get trapped in it.
Man, this is like the first time I looked up animals on YouTube, and I was like in 2014.
And it's still coming across the feed.
Man, I'm still looking at when animals attack. It's
Hey,
just fun watching people die.
That's crazy. That goes with the desensitization of America right there. I like watching funny animal videos where they're like doing funny shit.
Everybody slows down for an accident. That's
I
facts.
mean, I can't lie. I'm following this Instagram page, like it's supposed to be like Unblock 200 or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, it's full of I'm just
Yeah.
like, but I think the crazy part that lures me in, right, is I'm like, this shit is crazy. Like, this shit is crazy, and
Get some popcorn. I'll be right back.
I know. I can't help but scroll to the next one. Like, how does the next one go? Oh man, this is crazy. Like, matter of fact, I go on my
Stacey
phone.
Jr., come here, watch this.
No. I've not done that.
No.
Hey, it's funny. He's Power Rangers to me. I was like, do we want to show him that? They're killing shit in there. I don't know. But no, as far as what's been going on with you, we're going to get back more into AI, but we just wanted to show you one of the powers, one of the funny powers of AI.
Yeah, one of the entertaining, like, it's like the first time we saw Jurassic Park, the movie, you know, and you remember watching, like, whoa, those dinosaurs look real. And then 20 years later, you're watching, like, we thought that shit looked real.
Hey, and it's crazy to think
Where's
that way.
Barney gonna fly out the, or, you know, fucking
So-
Fred Flintstone flying off the back of this thing.
Saying that makes me think of all the movies I watched from like 1990 to 2000, and like there's people that work there like, did you see this movie? Did you see this movie? Yeah, I saw it. I don't remember it because I turn it on now and I'm like, this shit looks far-fetched. Like, it doesn't even look real. So
Yeah, but no, as far as my life, oh man, I had both days off this last weekend, and it was heavenly. Got all the planter boxes torn down, you know, yard work. Yeah, just living a good life, man. Playing with the chickens. Got a whole new chicken coop setup deal where I got the pool sitting up high for the ducks, and we got the swings, and we got this, Click, click, click. What you been up to?
Well, right now I'm up to pretty pissed that I spent $11 on a half gallon of blackberry cider that I don't like. I should have just stuck with apple. No,
I think it's pretty good. It's really
we-
hitting the palate. Nice.
what am I up to? Just wrapped up football season
Hmm.
with this week. We didn't get a win, but we had a hard fought game. I learned patience with these kids, so it's not with them, but as far as this is going to sound really bad, but failure, right?
Mm.
Things that you practice over and over and over, and then they drop the ball or whatever it may be, and it taught me that I'm ready. I know that I'm now a parent that has the patience, and I'm ready to lead this team next year to a victory, to a winning
Nice.
season. So
So you feel like you didn't come out with a great record, but a stronger coach.
I feel like we came out a stronger team. I was
Yeah.
so proud that when I tell you we're the only, there's 6-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
I can yell Sonic, and they all line up where they're supposed to go,
That's awesome.
and they can run the play. We're the only team in the whole league that could do that. The problem is they could run the play, but some might drop the ball. Well, I can't force you to hold the ball, but I was impressed they could know their plays. I actually had a coach from another team come over and was like, "Hey, I'm not coaching next year. This was too much, but I would love to have him on your team." And
That's awesome.
that made me feel good that of all the coaches here, you came to choose to talk to me about getting him added onto our team because we are structured. We are together. We are a unit. I'm not gonna lie. At the end of it, I felt like we were a team, and I love that shit.
Cool, man. I wish you can take on an extra like sub coach on the side, man. I'd go there, just tear it up.
Well, you
They
have
got
to
all
have a
the
baby
rules
if
and
you want to
shit.
do that. Get you a 6-year-old, and I'd be more than happy for you to come on in.
Yeah,
And that's
I'm good.
not being funny. It's the only thing is the only ones that can coach have to be. a
Me and
parent.
Paula were actually thinking about adopting.
In this economy, you're a good person. A dog, a chicken, a cat,
Get ourselves some locals. We're only gonna buy local.
some locals.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're not gonna get any kids that have like tariffs on them. You know.
That's fucked up. Because the first place I went was no Asian kids, so that's
Yeah,
hella
no.
wild.
No.
No, as far as other than that, man, I spent this week kind of on the same rabbit hole you were down. I got caught in AI. It started with the Sasquatch videos, right? Like we
Oh.
talked about that some weeks ago. And then the ones that caught my attention was this one, and I didn't let you see this one. And
Yeah.
this is my fear for AI, right? And
All
this-
right.
Sir, step away from the door. Hands where I can see him.
Whoa, what's going on?
Neighbor says you just farted on their front door and took off. Turn around for me.
You serious? It was a joke, man.
Hands behind your back. You're being detained for disorderly conduct
For
and
a
harassment.
fart?
Sit tight. Sir, step away from the door. Hands where I can see him.
Yeah, but think about that's a joking one, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you're fighting something serious and they walk in the courtroom with an AI video of you and you have to argue that's not you, that's a computer. That would be hell.
That would be pretty tough. You'd have to get like a specialist. I'm sure by then.
All types of, hey, that'd be a hell of an attorney fee.
I actually did some spreads on Yahoo for football, and I used AI.
Well, really quick, I just want to give a shout out to Nona and
Hello, mother.
Paula. Nona said, "Well, I was team mom with when Casey played baseball, and his team was the world's best, most improved team in the whole wide world. And Casey was the #1 all-star player. I don't doubt it. When he commits, he commits.
Yeah, I would say the all-star player, but
I mean, we're not in the MLB, but
Yeah.
like, if
I
you
was-
were, I would never know you.
I was definitely I was popular.
I believe that. I mean, what was it? The
Team
game-winning
player,
tackle or touchdown in the football?
Oh, I would, you can just Google my name. You'll come up with so many one article. So many one article of making that crucial stop on 4th down.
Hey, but hey, that crucial stop made the paper.
Hey, and tying in AI and football, by the way. Oh, and hello, Mom. Love you.
Hello,
Thanks for
Paula.
listening. Hello,
He
Paula.
loves you.
I love you too.
We love you.
And
Hello,
if,
Asia.
if this is any of my kids watching me in the future, because we're like, we're going to get a dose of dad and watch some old school videos. Love you, Cal. Love you, Jocelyn. Mwah. Okay. That
Love
being
you,
said,
Stacy, for the future.
future Stacy. Yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. My kids, don't be bitches. Don't front. And don't get got.
Keep it real.
Don't
And I
get
love
got.
your impulse to say what's on your mind, young man. Never change it. My bad. We just had a issue with school.
Time
You said
step.
you were doing AI.
I did an
football.
AI. I was doing football spreads on Yahoo, just picking. And I went to AI and I was like, it says dig deep, whatever. I was like, fill me out a 5-man spread for fantasy football tonight's game.
Did you
The
win?
Chicago game. No, but check this out.
No way you won because Chicago won. Nobody expected that.
Dude, well, it said here, it said to put in QB Caleb Williams, Chicago, and that's what I put in my all-star spot. Okay, then it said the rookie QB is coming off a bye week and faces Commanders defense that is vulnerable to the pass. I was like, all right, AI knows their shit. I was like, this thing's
I thought Jaden Daniels started yesterday.
yeah, but this is for Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, and running back Ja'Cory Cross.
Yeah, he's been going crazy.
The Commanders have established Krosky Merritt as
then
their
Roma
back
Dunze.
lead back lead. He's expected to
We
have
don't
a
need the
favorable
paragraph under it.
No, I'm just saying the extensiveness with the explanation they go into it is stuff like, wow. So this is why they picked him because it makes sense because of the injuries.
They're explaining to you
yeah.
as the user.
And I already had like 5 different lines spread just to cover like in case they win, if it's a running game or passing game, just to cover my bases.
25 cents a match. This isn't a gambling situation.
25 cents a fucking game. And I had like $4 worth of spreads. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run the spread for all of them. Yeah, I lost every fucking game. Fuck you, AI. You suck at fantasy.
So for the record, I used AI in my fantasy draft, and it didn't work out in my favor. I'm 1 in like 4 or 5 right now. I'm pissed.
One of my team names is AI Test 67067. So whoever's like watching me play that thing, they're like, oh, I wonder if this is like a test AI.
Right, that's crazy. Fucking with their brains.
Yeah, just
Like,
messing with it. Make
now when
everybody
they
think that
win-
nobody's real.
Hey, but look, when they win, they're gonna be like, I just beat a computer.
And speaking of that video we watched with the AI, I heard a couple things about it now. There's actually an AI actress now that has like a vlog, a podcast. She has a personality, a bio, an agent, and she's actually trying to get full rights as like an actress in Hollywood. I swear to God.
The owner of the operating system?
Yes,
Or-
and they say she is a entertainment built creative, blah blah blah, and they're trying to treat her like she's a person. And actually, dude, we
That's
are seeing
crazy.
the end of fucking
People.
everything we know it. Like
end
we know
of
it.
people.
End of regular people. You're
But
not
then
gonna know
again, I
what's-
mean,
dude, people are already getting catfished.
would you rather? Well, that's been going on. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, if during COVID, if you weren't making fake profiles with fake pictures to try and scam rich old men, you're late to the party. I never did it, but I found out that was a big thing, and I'm like, damn, that was a good idea.
I stopped doing that in my early 20s.
But
Yeah.
as far as, damn, I was gonna say something that threw me off. Oh
I'm
well,
sorry.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I was implying that I was dating older men in my late teens for money. Never happened. But yeah,
well, okay.
AI, pretty fucked up.
But what is real? What is fake? Here's another one that Casey hasn't seen.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we know this was
Okay.
fake. So,
Stell sicher, dass diese Clips gelöscht werden.
Was ist?
son of a bitch, they keep doing that shit.
That's so you can't read.
I know. I guess they're making it to where you can't pull it. Anyway, it's Mr. Rogers and Tupac, and he says, "What's up, my neighbor?" And Tupac's like, "What you say?" And it sounds legit as hell. So go Google it. It's funny. But they have another one with like a slap competition. I was telling you.
A slap competition.
But I
Mr.
think
Rogers.
The fear there is with what you just told me. An actress that's AI. Who gets the rights to it? Is it Sora? Is it? Well, who's in control of that? Right? Who makes the money on it?
Her name's Tilly Norwood. She's an AI generated actress. Norwood Draws Hollywood. Yeah, she's like the girl next door. She has a bio and everything. Yeah.
But this isn't new. Like you go online, how many? I just want to say how many men out there right now, like you said, catfishing or dating an AI. They're
Yeah.
in love, sending money.
Oh
to
my
an
god!
AI.
And everybody can picture what this guy looks at right now. Close your eyes and picture the guy that's dating the hot chick that he's sold on. He has probably glasses,
Probably overweight.
little
Probably
unkept.
shorter.
Yep.
Probably
Uh,
not as much hair up top.
Probably drives a foreign car like a Kia or a Hyundai.
It's funny because I thought Ford Focus. I don't know why.
I can
just
see
thought
a
Ford
Focus with a
The
rebuilt
hatchback.
transmission. It doesn't sound
With
right.
the hatchback.
Yeah.
2-door hatchback Ford Focus that, yep, like you said, knocks when it drives.
Hatchback, and he's been trying to move out of his mom's basement for the
He's
past
got
4
stains
years.
all in the fucking floorboard and in the car.
Doesn't do his own laundry.
Stain in his shirt. Probably got a hole in it.
Oh, but Bianca, she is head over heels over him.
Oh, and you know it. She
Oh,
loves him. And he's going to meet her one day. He's actually sending her money to fly her in right now.
Yep.
We all have seen one or thought of it. And we know There's plenty of them. We probably work with a couple of them. Just saying. Not even. I think everybody probably works with one of them. But I think another one I wanted to show you on the AI trip, right? This one. Now tell me this one does not look real. Now
Let's
it's
see.
only a 10-second clip. It's a stupid clip, but tell me if you were watching this, would you think it's
Bonjour, Monsieur Sanders. Pouvez-vous me parler dans une minute?
Oui, quoi de neuf?
my bad? Scratch what you hear because we don't know the language. Just look at the video.
Bonjour, Monsieur Sanders. Pouvez-vous me parler dans une minute?
Oui, quoi de neuf? Nous avons reçu une plainte ce matin. Certaines personnes disent que vous étiez impliqué dans une situation sur laquelle nous enquêtons. Vous voyez de quoi je parle?
Ce n'est pas vrai. Rien de tout cela. Je n'ai pas fait ce qu'ils disent.
We don't know what they said.
I
Now
was
with
so
the beard, you can
distracted.
tell it's a little fake. But if you're seeing body cam footage from what you think is a cop, and that's being used in the courtroom, would that not look like a legit interaction? Even the zoom in on the face.
Imagine the stories that are going to come out of people getting like release and stuff, or people getting.
Sorry, Ryan. He said, gifted one-hand typist goes to Ren Fairs and tells everyone about his hot gal.
One-handed typist.
I know. That's what's so funny. Hey, that's fucking
I
funny.
can see that.
Hey, there's a Renaissance fair going on right now. I want to go to it.
Dude, Renaissance fairs are the shit. That's where dorks strive, and everybody loves it. That it's like it's fun. It's like the food is great.
I want to LARP.
I don't know what a LARP is.
That's where they dress up in the Renaissance shit.
Oh, I didn't know
and
there
go
was a
LARP.
name for it.
Yeah,
That's
LARP,
awesome.
live
They don't-
action role play.
They don't break character.
Live action role play. We should go. We should take some broadswords, me and you, and just start when we have our bows on our back and start challenging people to duels. I see ye in the court, and just put our broadsword down. That was LARPing right there. That was live action role play.
Oh man,
I would have way too much fun with it. The nerd in me would have way too much fun with a big ass turkey leg. I would be that guy. I'm gonna play the fat guy from the Renaissance, fucking shirt open, eating a turkey leg with a sword. Who wants ye yonder? Like I would be with it.
Man, you're pretty good. See, I suck at accents, so I can't do it. I'd be like, "Come ye strike thy with the sword now." It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, you gotta sound like you're from the era. You know, I can
Yeah.
go from Ebonics to Renaissance pretty quick. That's how you know I'm low key. Nobody really knows this about me. I have a deep inner nerd. Casey has learned over time now. I mean, but you would never know looking at me that I'm into different shit.
Yeah, actually, there's a dude at work that told me, threw me off. I forget his name. I always forget his name. I feel like a
But we
piece of
don't have to
shit.
name drop him.
Yeah, but like I was showing somebody who sits next to him a picture of what I was wearing to work for. What I'm gonna wear to work for Halloween, which is my Endeavor costume.
Oh, I know who
Hey.
you're talking about.
Okay.
I heard the whole conversation.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know you were into that. I was like, oh, you like anime? He's like, yeah. And he started going into it. I was like, okay. You see like a hard dude at the office. He's like, yeah, I've been to anime, motherfucker. I was like, oh shit, that's badass.
Dude, it's crazy how many. So
There's a lot of hardcore black dudes. I hate to
that's
say
what
it.
I was gonna say. Is there's a lot of
Love
black
fucking
people
anime.
into anime, and then they come trying to talk to me about the shit, and I'm like, I don't have a fucking clue. I've heard of One Punch Man. Who is
One
he?
Punch.
Like, I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah, Naroku. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you talked to me, remember you were telling me about the outfit the first time you showed me, and I looked at you like, I don't know who the fuck this
Dude,
is.
I
Don't have a clue.
I
I'm
come
sorry.
alive when I wear that thing. I'm like, Shoto!
Hey, that's what you need to wear to the Renaissance Fair.
Oh
and
my
I'll-
god, all the
I'll
nerds will
come
be
in.
about it too.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
be
until
like,
they're like, that's not Renaissance.
"That's not Renaissance."
Hey, they'd be so offended though. There'd be like the two people, the ones that love it and the ones that are like,
I thought Shoto was competing in the competition.
don't
Because they
even know
had
who that is.
competitions in the academy, in the My Hero Academia. It was like an academy for superheroes. And my character's son was in the academy, and he had the power of fire from his dad and ice from his mother. And I'm the fire dad who everybody looks down on because I'm really evil. But I'm also the number one fucking hero because I've saved the most lives. But I do it more out of vain than I do it out of love. Long story
He's talking
short.
about the character. Which
Yeah,
I
I
still
created-
don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Long
It's
story
all-
short, it's going to be a gas.
the fuck is that?
It's going to be a gas. You never heard that
Dude,
before?
we're cooked. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You ever
Dude.
heard that?
Okay, comment. Okay, mom, come on.
My son always is like, "You're cooked." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Like,
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
even know what
gas.
we're talking about and how I'm cooked. 6'7". Shut up. the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Have you ever heard that?
No.
That's like the new kid slang, I guess, for cool. I don't really know.
6'7"?
Hey, look, as a parent, I've Googled 6'7" at least 20 times. And I've gotten 20 different answers. I have no idea what it means, but I know when my son starts saying it, shoe fly. I'm not participating in stupid. I'm sorry.
Actually, it's time to think, but I'm wearing my Highland High School football shirt, so I feel a little.
Talking
Old
about
school.
school, since
Yeah.
you bring that up. So we had this is something me and you haven't had really a chance to talk about, so I guess we'll talk about it on air. We had to have so my son was referred to what's called the Pinocchio program, okay? And this is for kids who lack confidence, self-esteem, some other shit. And the teacher calls us, and she's trying to sell us on it, right? Like she has me and Asia on the phone.
I don't like this already, but go ahead.
But look, hear me out. She's speaking for 6 fucking minutes.
Mhm.
And I finally said, okay, what are you trying to sell me?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, I'm done with the conversation now. Like, I've toned out after.
I know what a pitch sounds like.
Exactly. And
What's
she was like, oh, I'm
next?
not trying to sell
Give
you.
me the
I
price.
literally was like, I do this for a living. I was like, that was a long pitch. Like, go ahead. What are we getting to? She's like, well, I think he would benefit from it because he doesn't sit down. There's certain things. He gets done with his work and wants to play. I said, okay, well, do you tell him he can play after he gets done with his work? Yeah. Okay, so now he has a reason to rush through his schoolwork to go do something. The question is, he rushed through it. Was it wrong? No. Okay, so the answers are right. And then he does what you said he could do. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't sound like it's a kid problem. It sounds like a teaching problem,
Yeah.
right? So me and Asia, long story short, we get to going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. And I'm like, look, at what point do we as parents take responsibility? And I'm having this conversation because it's my job to parent, to teach them right from wrong, to teach them the morals and ethics that we stand on as a family. It's your job as an educator to educate them, to make sure they're doing the right thing at school, right?
Yeah, structure.
But it's not your job to interfere with my parenting, right? Because her biggest complaint was that he is impulsive. I said, aren't we all? Just asking. Like, I think we all are impulsive about certain shit.
It's a characteristic.
So
Sounds
can you
natural.
give me an example? This is what was driving her insane. And I think more parents need to do this when you're hearing fucking feedback about your kids. Give me an example. Well, when he gets done with his work, he'll say, that was easy. Okay, so give him something harder.
Mhm.
If you want him to quit saying it's easy, give him some shit that's hard.
So let me
Right.
ask. Okay, good.
Well, hold on. But then she goes, and this is where I corrected him immediately when he got home. Well, then other kids will get the answer wrong. And he's like, how'd you get that wrong? I was like, okay. This is the first time this was communicated to me while you're trying to sell me on a program, right? Let me do my job as a parent. Come home. Hey, instead of you saying that why they get it wrong, why don't you show them how to get it right? If you know how to do it, why not educate them on how to do it right? Right? So fast forward, we go through all this shit. Me and Asia going back and forth. The very next day, I'm picking my son up from aftercare. And the aftercare teacher was like, I just want to let you know Stacy is leaps and bounds from where he was last year as far as doing the right thing, helping other kids, doing this and that. And I'm like, okay. So the teacher who doesn't know how to teach, and hey, I'm going to throw it out there. She can't get new books in his book bag, but wants to tell me to send my kid to a therapy, basically, a play therapy. But the same books have been in his book bag for 2 weeks now that he was able to read the first week you gave to him. We had a conversation about schoolwork, right? And I think that we as the parents, it's our front line to defend our kids, right? And our kids, everybody's kids do wrong. However, when did the school try to press parents to let us parent your kids? And when did we as parents allow it? Like, when did this shit start happening? And who the fuck lets the school parent your kid? If my son thinks the shit's easy, give him something harder. You know what my solution was? Oh, he does the math. So they give him a math attack every night. They're supposed to take 5 minutes to do this. My son gets it done in 52 seconds.
So he gets straight A's.
In this grade, they don't even have fucking A's.
Oh.
So what are we talking about, right? I said, all right, well, since you can't give him harder work, we'll send it. We'll send you the hard work. She ain't pulled one fucking piece of paper out. So, at what point do we hold the teachers accountable for doing their fucking job? I can't wait for parent-teacher conference, just for the record. But when do we hold them accountable? You're supposed to swap his books every week, and you're supposed to give him something more difficult. You left the same books in there for 2 weeks now. So you're not doing your job, but you want my son to sit down and shut the fuck up when you told him that when he gets done with his work, he can do whatever fuck he wants. That's like at work when you know what I mean? You're saying, sell that deal and you can go home. If I sold the deal, got off the phone and left, I'm not going to get in trouble. I did what you said I could do.
Do they have cameras at the school?
Oh, yeah. And the crazy part is they only record for 48 hours, which we found that out last year. With
Well,
the
no, my
situation
point
we
being
went
is that they should have it to where like the parents, if they want, they can
we should be able to live feed in.
live feed in, not to comment, not to say anything,
Just
or
to see.
chat, just to see and be
I
able to
am with
listen what's
that.
going on.
I would love
Then there'd
that.
be no question. Otherwise, it's just teacher's word, you know,
But that's
what's
the
going
problem.
on. And like there's a. I remember when I was a kid and I was in classrooms, and I know I was a handful. When I left a lot, when my parents went to the parent-teacher conferences, I sweat bullets the whole fucking time they were gone.
Because you were worried.
And when they got home, everything was clean. I was nice, and I was waiting for a spanking or something
Yeah.
because I knew I fucked up.
Yeah, I had times in parent-teacher conference. I thought the same thing.
Sometimes my parents come back saying, "Your teacher said you were great," and I'm like,
Surprise.
"Okay,
Yeah.
cool." But I know, especially, you know, I'm just saying that it's when you got like 30 students or whatever it is, and you got little interruptions. I mean, what is parenting and what is, you know, saying, "Be quiet, I got to help out these other kids," or what's, but without you seeing what he's being vocal about, it's kind of hard to chime in. My point being,
If the teacher tells your son is sleeping in class and he brings a pillow, so I went to his classes for a day, high school. Oh, look, we had my mom popped up in the classroom one time because of issues, and I think all kids, when that happens, we all shit a brick. You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck.
mm-hmm.
The other side of that is teach, right? If you know that this kid is a little bit more advanced, right? He's breezing through my math problems. He's reading books that are harder. Challenge him. Because you chose to be an elementary school teacher because you thought it would be easy. You didn't have to grade a bunch of papers.
Yeah, but they only have to do the curriculum that they're told to give the students. It's not their
Oh, it's
job
in
to
the
go
curriculum.
it's not their job to go rogue.
We pulled the curriculum.
So then why are you doing work that's not assigned?
No, he is like these are things that he should be learning.
He should be learning, but are they assigned?
He's done with his work.
So you're creating assignments for the teacher to grade?
No. I literally said give him these papers and just put them back in his folder.
Folder for
It
what?
gives him something to do. If you don't want him running around and doing shit, here, Stacy, go get your folder. Do more math work. I made your life easier because now you don't even got to grade the papers. The parents, we grade them. He comes home, I'm like, why is this 8 messed up? Why did we race through it? What was the point? But to think that in first grade, they're trying to control your development, like you're mad that he tells the truth. This was her thing. She goes, Stacy doesn't take accountability. I said, okay, give me an example. She gave me an example and then was like, I was like, okay, so what did he say? And then she goes, well, he told on himself. Isn't that accountability? He said what he did. Last I checked, that's accountability, is it not? Did you do this? Yes, I did that. That's accountability. He didn't give you a made-up statement. These are all your examples as the teacher. So we get done with it, and I'm literally telling Asia on the phone, I'm like, nah, man, we're not, no, like, I'm good. You know what I mean? This is, again, the system trying to take parenting away from parents. And
You know what my answer to that is, Stacy, and to be totally honest
Go
with
ahead.
you? Homeschool.
we can't.
Why?
We're not in an economy to homeschool.
You can't do it.
No.
I'm just saying, if my answer to pretty much everything, if you don't like something, change it. And if you can't change it,
I'm looking to change.
and if you can't change it, change your attitude.
I've
which-
concluded that we probably need to look into private school, is what I concluded. Because guess what? Private schools normally accelerated the kids' path rather than the No Child Left Behind Act, which I fucking can't stand. So I personally, that's my solution to it. Homeschooling, there's things he's going to learn that I'm not going to be able to teach because I don't know it, right? Like the new form of math, right? There's certain shit that he's going to have to know because that's where our future is heading. But at the same point, you can't say your kid's impulsive. Bitch, I bet you're impulsive. You buy shit on Amazon, you're probably impulsive. You walk through the grocery store and add something to the cart that wasn't on the grocery list, impulsive. That's a trait of humans.
Mhm.
This is a 6-year-old you're trying to say, don't be impulsive. I get, watch your mouth, right? There's a difference. Watch your mouth, watch what you say, versus don't take character away. And that's, I agree with you there, Nona. That's literally what we are leaning towards heavily.
I just learned not until like a later age myself that there's a time and a place. That's all. And,
I
and
will say that's one of our, like, if Stacy says something that's not in time and place, we literally say that to him. There's a time and place. And he understands at that point. Like, you look at him, he closed. I can see him maybe wanting to be the class clown. She never said that. So if you never said that he's the one cracking jokes, and then you're telling me how you love my kid and how he makes you laugh every day, like, you're contradicting yourself in this sale, lady. My son doesn't lack self-confidence. He doesn't lack self-esteem, or he wouldn't be cracking jokes with you.
okay, now here's what I really don't like. They call it a Pinocchio program. What good is thought
Pinocchio.
about when you think of Pinocchio? What good things come to mind when you think of Pinocchio?
I think about the Boys Island.
I think about the Boys Island. I think about the fact that he's a little liar. And I think, and they said it's for kids who are lacking confidence. And the whole story of Pinocchio is taking a bunch of kids, little boys, and taking them to an island and molesting them.
Correct.
So they're calling the program for
Pinocchio.
first grade a Pinocchio program. That to me just throws up so many friggin' flags, like they're
Especially
putting it
because my
right in
son
your
is
fucking
too
face.
damn cute. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not with it.
Those locks, man. He's got a
He's
bright
got
future.
good hair head of locks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll always be in a shampoo commercial, but
Hey,
but
that's
in no
hella
other
funny.
rooms with a bunch of adults that he doesn't know. That's my
And-
point. Not like Pinocchio.
But my other thing was, I said, all right, was this ran by a counselor, a therapist? Who runs the program?
Who created
She
it?
gets to stumbling. She's like, I'm going to send home a pamphlet. We get the pamphlet. It's the same shit she read me over the phone. I'm looking at him like, this doesn't answer shit. Then we go through the checklist. Is your son skipped or failed a grade? Is your son failing any classes? Is your son, it was like a list of shit. Basically, he didn't qualify for any of them except for one. And you want me to put him in this, and he qualified for the smart ass mouth.
Well, I know his dad.
So he is
sounds
advanced first grade. Don't they have an option to advance him? Seems like they're trying to hold him back. I know they have a cert curriculum. Correct. They do have a curriculum. The other side of this is social development. One of the things they've proven is advancing your kids in a young age. You're putting them in older kids. They tend to have negative impact. So because he's in first grade. Now, if he was in like third, I might consider bumping him to fourth. The other side of this is I did the job for the teacher. I gave you paperwork. You don't even have to touch it. He has his folder in his bag. Just tell him to get some work out of his folder.
When you say work, what kind of work is it?
Multiplication, double-digit addition, subtraction, shit that, you know what I mean, is gonna push you.
So Stacy would have the understanding that if he finished the work early instead of playing, he knows
and
better
I've told
to
him,
do the work that you sent.
I said, you have to go to your folder when you're done and do the work in there until the class is done. Quit jumping up and running around. And she's like, well, he rushes. Yes, every kid will rush. If I said you can do this and go play the video game, they're going to rush. That's what it is. Kids rush. I was the kid that if I got it right, got it done, and could do what I want, I'm going to get the shit done as quick as I can. It's like your chores in the summer. You had a list of chores. You're like, I'm waking up and getting this done now so I can go outside and play. Right? The only difference is it's in the classroom.
Yeah, but I also remember when like I did like some book reading thing as a child, and it wasn't like how many books you can read, because I'd read freaking books as fast as hell, not retain a damn thing about it. It was how many minutes do you read?
Appreciate you, kid.
So if they said, okay, you have to sit down and read until this time,
It used to be
then
60
I know
minutes.
I don't have to rush through it and just quickly answer everything as right as I can. I know to take my time, maybe get my penmanship perfect because I know I got time to kill.
That was my other argument. I said, okay, well, if you want him to slow down, tell him you won't take the paper unless the numbers are perfect. Because then he's going to have to slow down and write it properly, right?
Yeah, but if she starts doing that with just your kid, then all of a sudden it's look like she's, like picking on him. And
Not at all, because me as the parent had the conversation that you need to slow down and do your shit right. This is where you get into parenting.
But when you have that many kids, you can't hold one kid to a higher standard than all the other kids. It's like you're a teacher, you have a classroom. This isn't private school. That would be something that you'd pay extra for. She doesn't get paid enough to do that. That's what it is.
No, she's lazy. We concluded that after the conversation.
Hey, if I only got
Realizing-
paid $5 a deal, I wouldn't try as hard. You know what I mean?
I guess. But at the same point, you chose this. And you chose it because it was the easy button.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, is what I've concluded after this. And
Pickens are slim with good teachers.
I'm going to be honest. I'm on the opposite end of the stick because in my mind, if all parents held teachers to be accountable to teach their kids and quit trying to raise them, you would get back to doing your job. When I was in school, we had other papers. You get done with this one, here's another one. Do this one, right? It's not, here's one paper and then we'll go sit on the rug and play Kumbaya, which is literally what she broke it down to. They're at your fucking school for 6 hours a day. He's only doing 2 pieces of paper. What the fuck is he learning?
Yeah.
Like I came from Montessori schools. I went to magnet schools. I went to good schools. So maybe I have a higher expectation for education, right? I didn't get into public schools until high school. So for me, why aren't we pushing them? If we want greatness from our kids and you're supposed to be the best school in the school district and one of the best in the state, why aren't we pushing them? And I'm starting to learn you're one of the more progressive.
They're trying to push them into a Pinocchio program to make them better.
To make them better.
Yeah, that's how they want to do it.
That's how they worded it.
That's how they're going to make them better.
Yeah.
But
the crazy part is we want them to quit playing, but you should sign him up for this program that he can go to for 45 minutes and play. Like, what? It was like it was the most confusing shit I ever heard. I want him to quit playing so much, but I think you should put him in this program where he gets taken out once a week for 45 minutes to go play. No, he gets to go play to be monitored by a therapist, which you didn't want to tell me was a therapist until I got the paperwork. And then we did our own research and we find out it's a counseling group and it's more like a sociological study. I'm good. I'm good. He doesn't need to participate. He needs to go to school. He's not going to school to play. He's going to school to learn. Granted, he's 6.
I got a daughter that just graduated college and one that's graduated high school, so I don't think about school this much. So,
yeah, but I'm guarantee you. Well, I mean, we're different forms of parents. We've talked about that as far as younger ages. I'm very interactive on schoolwork.
But you're not smart enough to be a homeschool.
No, I'm not rich enough.
You said earlier you weren't. You said earlier, word for word, you weren't smart enough to teach them.
Yeah, high school. I wouldn't be able to homeschool in high school.
Well, there's books. You can read books.
That's great. But again, you also have to have the income, right? That is the number one part of homeschooling. What are you going to homeschool them in a cardboard box?
Did these problems just arise, or do you know he was going to be going to school when you first made him?
Obviously.
Yeah. So the things you planned for, you had plenty of.
I don't know if you're trying to play devil's advocate or not.
I am. I'm looking at both sides of the coin.
Well,
I can agree with you on everything, but if I just agreed with you on everything, I'd be over here just going, yep, you said it. But if I were to be honest with you, I'm going to point out any small things that I.
No, your first plan of attack was, why aren't you homeschooling?
Attack.
I can say, why isn't the school teaching?
This isn't a debate, an attack. I don't know your kid other than the short times that I come here. So for me to weigh in on anything that your teacher, who I've never met, and things, so I'm just listening to your story.
I'm giving you examples of teaching.
Your side.
And I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Next subject. God forbid I have a conversation with a friend.
Conversation.
Anyway, back to how is AI helpful?
You tell me and I'll agree with you. Doesn't help you with football fantasy, that's for sure. I'm $8 deep. Are you upset, Stacy?
No, I start to realize that sometimes I just can't have a conversation with you without it always being a debate. And then you say it's not a debate, but
you're carrying on the whole conversation. I chime in one thing, and then all of a sudden I'm the bad guy.
I never said you were the bad guy. I asked you, were you playing devil's advocate? When you said yes, that's all I needed to know.
Devil's advocate, both sides, yeah. If you don't have a devil's advocate, what are we doing here? Am I just your hype man? Yeah,
No, I was actually
you
having
said
a
it.
conversation as a friend.
A conversation.
To a friend.
And I was being honest with you. I have kids that are in high school, that graduated. I'm not dealing with that
Okay,
at this
so-
day and age.
You're right, but when they were in elementary school and you were looking at their schoolwork and you were looking at them learn cursive and you were reading over their papers, I think you would have the right to have input on that, right? Right? I'm sure
Input
you,
on
I'm
what?
sure you looked over their schoolwork and you were like,
Help
all right.
grade the papers? Yeah,
no, I didn't say help grade. I said you look over the papers
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, okay, it's done. I'm sure, I don't know if they had math attack back then because I never had math attack, but I think as a parent, talking to a parent who had kids that are older than mine, but you've lived through the elementary school program, I think we all could agree that school is a little different now because they used to push kids. They used to push you to learn. And that's where I'm going with this. As far as now, they want to numb you in place. That's literally what they're doing. Okay, he knows his schoolwork. He gets it done. We're done with him. On to the next. Yes, you have a classroom of 18 kids, right? If all of them are getting it done, all of them are getting it right, don't we move to the next segment? Instead of saying the curriculum here says wait till next month to move to subtraction. If all the kids got addition, let's move to subtraction. All I'm saying is from my point of view, and this was me speaking out to the public again, whoever has kids in elementary school, have you seen the numbing of our kids? Because that's literally what it is. We're in a situation where I never envisioned the school to prison pipeline or the school to warehouse pipeline as much as I see it now. Like you're numbing the kids' brains. And like I said, my solution, when you asked for a solution, I said we're looking into private school.
Man, and you know what? If I can go back and do it all over again, I would have quit my job and found a way to keep them out of fucking school. Because it was the fucking schools that teach them shit, that send them in the wrong direction. I can't even my daughter Jocelyn went to college and she was clear-minded, knows genders, boy and girl. And even she was getting duped on some shit. Like she was double guessing. It's like, this is what they're pushing. This is your teacher pushing. So yeah, I think school is stupid. So when I say homeschool, I'm not just saying it, pulling it out of my ass like, oh, just fucking homeschool. If I can go back and change one fucking thing, I would be a better parent. I would have homeschooled and I wouldn't let them suck my kids into shit. I wouldn't have been lost in drinking and shit, and I would have been caring more about it like you. But other than just telling them what to do, it's like take it and do it yourself, because you're not going to make any changes. You know you're not. She's not going to change the whole classroom atmosphere. By the time she does, your kid's going to be moved on to the next fucking level. And your kid's smart as fuck. But that's why you should homeschool him. He'll probably teach you some shit by the time he's in 8th grade. I'm just saying, if I can go back and do things over again, keep him out of school.
And I appreciate that explanation, right? Because you put it in perspective for me, right? Rather than playing the devil's advocate, you just took it and you explained to me why you said homeschool rather than just say homeschool.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I take
Of
that
course.
shit seriously. I hate fucking schools.
But and you're known as said, public schools suck. Really, that's the whole story here. So there's my first kid. We bought this house, right? That was literally the reason we bought it, was because this was supposed to be the #1 elementary school in the state that was public, not private, right? So I was like, all right, well, we get to move them to a good neighborhood. We get to move them out of, you know what I'm saying? Well, shit, my old neighborhood, literally 2 doors down, dude got shot up. You know what I mean? At his house, at his front door. So I try to move you out, and with the expectation, and this is something that I have to realize, my expectations might be high versus what reality is, right? But to think that you're supposed to be the best school, yeah, go ahead. I was like, feel free.
I'm thirsty,
I was
man.
like, you're
Thirsty.
good. You can take it all because I really don't like that shit. But I think it's crazy. I clicked it, Paula. Cool. There we go. The teachers are doing what they are told. Can't fault them for that. Private tutors are for that. Private tutors don't help if they're going back to school and being numbed down, right? Private tutors are if he was having trouble. We're at a point that I can only advance you so far without you getting stuck. And that's where I'm at in the situation. Now, I have thought several times about moving them up a grade. Then I go and I read studies on this shit, not saying they're right, but for social development, to expose a 6-year-old to 9-year-olds, there's a big social gap there.
I agree
So
with you. Yeah.
it makes it hard.
I think you learn more with your social experiences in school and doing things together with your own age group than just look. Just
Be
the
happy
learning.
your little dude is smart and not the other way around, where they did help but ain't getting it. And it's crazy though, and I'm very, very proud of my son. My son learned the same shit in daycare at the age of 3 and 4 that he's learning in first grade. My son is like, my problem here is because my son is smart, you want to move him out of the classroom and send him to another place and say he needs this Pinocchio program. What it is you have 45 minutes in your day that you're a lazy teacher and you want to get rid of the kid that is well advanced. And I see it one way as the parent who's living it, right? As from an outside point of view, of course, we all have different opinions on it. But hold on, Paula said, no, they're also for teaching them more and get them advanced. Correct. Again, that is a tutor to advance them. You're correct. Where am I advancing them to? Because if I keep pushing them further, then school is going to become dumber and dumber, which I agree with. I'm not against homeschooling. I don't have the time or the money. Right?
It's like, what's the hurry? Why teach him quicker? It's like, because he can absorb more now. Do we need got to?
That's but in my mind,
or is that
math. And so, and it's funny you say that because that was something me and him had a conversation about when you get done with your schoolwork, sit at your desk till everyone's done. Don't jump up and move around because you become a distraction. She never called him a distraction. But in reality, I know the kid that used to get done. I was one of the kids that got done quick. It becomes a distraction. But these are things that if you're calling me as the teacher, you should have a solution to this. You're telling me you don't have a solution. I need to send them to somebody else. That's crazy to me. You went through a whole college fucking degree on child development to tell me that you don't know how to manage this. And you're talking to a dude that has a high school diploma that's giving you solutions. And you're like, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. I'm not saying the advancement, we don't need tutors because we do it at home, right? Like we do the sit down. We're going to make sure you're writing complete sentences, not writing as you think because you miss words or little things like that, which she did tell us was an issue. So we work on it. I can only advance you so far where if every grade is going to be numb to you, you're not going to get educated and I'm wasting my time sending you and I might as well homeschool you. So it's kind of a up and down thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the tutoring part. Now, hold on. Well, now that Trump has created peace in the Middle East, I agree. He's about to be. Didn't he get nominated for by a Palestinian for the Nobel Peace Prize?
I think what my mom's saying, you should send Stacy to the Middle East.
And it's funny. No, she actually just followed up with it.
Oh.
He can get the business of making our school system great again. If anyone can do it, Trump can. And it's funny because that's actually one of his next plans of action. So I'm waiting to see how it goes. Well, don't worry about the rest of them. Make sure. Oh, I'm not too sure. It's getting so chopped up. Stupid thing keeps cutting me off. I'm done. I'm done. She said, well, don't worry about the rest of them. Make sure. This is my thing. If he gets done with his schoolwork, I'm raising a leader. Help the others. Help them get to your level. Right? Like, I'm one of those parents that, like, if you know how to do double-digit math, if your friend Landon, who's on your football team, doesn't, help explain to him how you do it.
Here's the way I look at it, and this is just human nature. Talking about human nature, and if you tell him he has an incentive to play, take playing looked at as a negative thing because it's it's not learning, it's not whatever.
That's exactly how I look at it.
It's horseplay. So to me, like drinking, you can't just say don't play. You got to fill the void with something. Okay, but it can't be work. Otherwise, how am I getting paid? You better treat me with something I'm doing work. But if you trigger something that creativity, if he likes art, read a book that's more than this big. It has chapters, and all of a sudden he's reading it and he gets lost in time because his imagination's going. If there's something the teacher can like find that interests the kids, but also keeps them from picking the nose and kicking each other, then there got to be a better
the teacher's
answer.
job, right?
And that would be something that you'd think that a teacher would get a job and want to make their job to help people be interesting and come up with unique ideas that don't.
And you would think an elementary school teacher would be great at that. Like, you would think you chose this young age to be arts and
You
crafts.
must love kids.
100%. Tell Casey to wake up. The show is still on.
Okay, so to wake up and show.
So it's funny, Paula, because I literally just told Asia, I said, at this point, I'm waiting till parent-teacher conference, which is next week. I'm going to have a conversation with her. But the next step is exactly go to the school admin. And it's nothing against her. And my problem, I'm going to say it just like this. I didn't think on the conversation on the phone she was lazy. I became to think she was lazy when my son's coming home with the same books. And on that phone call, we told you, okay, so that book that you sent home that was supposed to be difficult for him, he breezed through it. So we pulled a book out of the closet to kind of push his limits. You can send it's you're due up to send more books. It's been a week. Oh, I'm gonna get on that immediately. Okay, he doesn't have new books still. It's been a week. You're not doing your job. Right? You set the expectation for the parent. You told us that you
Yeah, I mean,
now let me give you
Yeah,
two more
okay.
examples. You don't do that. Then you send us an email saying I'm gonna call you guys at 10:50. Me and Asia both, we work. We scheduled time to be able to take this call. You never fucking called. So you didn't do your job.
Okay.
Right? Like, there's little things that, again, I am a nitpicker, but I also give leeway. Right? I know you have other kids. I know you have a couple problem childs in your class, right? And this is something I know because I've met your class. I've met the kids. I actually coached one of the kids. So I know that you have your hands full. The fact as a parent, I gave you the option to, hey, when he gets done with his schoolwork, don't let him play. Tell him to go get work out of his folder. That's all you have to say. You're not grading papers. You're not doing anything extra. You're not even walking out of your way. You're saying 10 seconds worth of words.
so what's the hiccup?
She hasn't done it.
Okay.
My other problem is you haven't done it. You haven't upgraded the books. What are you doing as a teacher that says you're teaching? Right? And it gets frustrating because you want to hold my son at this level of accountability. Then I should be able to hold you at the level 10 times higher because he's 6 and you're fucking 30. So because you're 30, I can hold you to the accountability because of the expectations you set with us.
So what? Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like you got a lot going on there.
Well, I mean, what's the expectation of a 6-year-old? Right? That's what and this is what I told Asia. I said everything she listed is what 6-year-olds do. They play when they're bored. They talk when they're bored. We're at work in between calls. We talk. Do we not? We don't just sit there like this.
I didn't know. I mean, yeah, it's
You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to
So
raise
what's-
them not to be in the real world? Because last I checked, I guarantee you on the fucking playground, you're probably talking to other teachers.
and like I said, without seeing a surveillance video of for all I know, your kid's a perfect saint, and
No,
he's
he's
just a
not.
regular kid.
No, and
Or he can be a total prick asshole. And the
Dude.
one kid that I look at my wife and goes, I'm glad we don't have to raise that little piece of
dude,
shit.
and you know what's crazy? I was expecting that. I literally was like, in my head, I told Asia, I was like, man, they're recommending this program, and he does got a smart ass mouth. He does say some wild shit. You didn't tell me any of that. You told me how you started the conversation with, I love your kid. He's the favorite in my class. He makes me laugh every day. He stood up for me. The teacher's 30, Nona. And you're giving me all these positives and how he doesn't miss self-esteem and how he'll stand up for people. And then you're turning around and saying, but he needs to go to this class because he has impulse problems. I'm fucking almost 40 and have impulse problems. I walk past something on the fucking shelf, I want and buy it. That's an impulse problem.
I have childhood videos that prove that they would say I have ADD.
Mhm.
Walking around saying just fine all the time and just fucking shaking my
Yep.
head and fucking doing all types of stupid shit.
They're
It's like,
kids.
kids.
What expectation do I have? And the reason I'm saying this is you want my son to be so structured, sit down, do his work, sit at his desk. I can't expect you to send home fucking books that you've told us for 2 weeks you're going to send. So either
Yeah,
I
the whole
need you to
book
hold
thing,
them
I have
at,
no idea what's going on with that. Yeah.
well, I need you to either hold them at your level of accountability and you act at it and lead by example because leaders lead,
Mhm.
or shut the fuck up and understand that maybe if you were teaching better, maybe he'd be more in tune. But the fact that you tell me when you get up and talk, he pays attention, he focuses, he watches me, he listens to me, he can repeat me.
I think teachers should wear little body cams just like cops.
Dude, I've never wanted
a body cam. I see
To him,
attach it to him.
I think me and Asia might actually do
Do
that.
it as
'Cause I want
as
to
a
see.
test.
Yeah, I want to see what, even for a week.
Hey, put in the comments if you want to see that crap. If you want to see
Hey, if
video,
you do, I'll definitely get clips of it. I'm the first one that will tell you my son has no filter. Okay, he will be the first. I call him Captain Obvious because he's like, you got something on your shirt. He really thinks he's helping you. He doesn't think you know. So then I'm like, bro, you're Captain Obvious. I know I got some shit on my shirt.
yeah.
And then he's
kid,
like,
just point out shit.
Yeah, he's like, oh, like once he knows, you know, he's relieved, right? You can't be mad if he says your shoes untied and your shoes untied.
well, I'm sure
he's
you
helping
said
you.
he has no filter. No one thinks of like a
No,
helpful person.
her
with no filter.
example literally was he gets done with his work and says it's easy. That was her verbatim example. I said, okay, well, was it easy? She was like, well, no, it's hard for some of the kids in the class.
So he's
Okay, so what we're gonna do is tell Stacy, quit saying it's easy.
Yeah.
You can think it, just don't say it.
making other people feel like
It
they're
makes
not making them
inadequate.
insecure,
Inadequate,
and,
right?
And that's
My solution: when you're done, go help them. Very, very calm solution.
yeah.
Easy
Is he
solution.
singling out a kid? Like, how do you not know this? It's so easy, or is he saying just like looking around, saying, "Oh, that's easy"? I mean, is he like picking on somebody?
That's what I asked. She
That's what I
said.
said. There's no
So look,
video. It's like
I asked. Again, I'm gonna defend my son, right?
Of
That's my
course.
job. Like I literally told my son, don't lie to anybody. Just don't answer. It's dad's job to lie for you if I need to. And that's real shit. I'm keeping it real. If I got to lie for you, I think we would all go to the end of earth for our kids, right? The difference is don't lie to me. Because if you lie to me, I can't help you. So we've gotten really good about him sometimes saying shit to me that I'm pissed, but you told me the truth. Now you're going to have a consequence for this. But I appreciate you telling me the truth. And Nona just said, if they told you, and this is real as shit, that's what I said earlier. If they told you and Casey, if you sold just one more deal, that you could take the rest of the day off and go in the room and play ping pong or whatever you'd want, you'd get the deal and you'd leave. 100%. They all the time are like 6 and out. People that ain't never sold 6 deals are getting 6 deals. Like it happens all the time. And it's, again, my frustration here is because one thing I do appreciate about Casey is he always tries to see the other side of the stick. Right?
no, I'm just
No,
speak
hear
my
me out.
mind, yeah.
Yeah, and but you always do try to see both sides, right? And you are a person, and this is something I love about you because you don't pick a side without knowing both sides, right? Like you're very adamant about that. There are some times though that is my friend. I'm like, trust me a little bit, right? Like this is for anything, like certain shit we talk about. I'm like, just trust me on this one. I know where I'm talking about on this, not politics, shit like that, because all the time shit changes, right? But on certain shit, and the reason I say that is because you've had interactions with my son. Is he scared, or does he talk back?
I've had interactions with your son.
But I'm
and
saying on
with-
talking, just
on
when
talking?
you talk to him, is he afraid to talk back to you?
He's afraid. I can tell he's been afraid to talk when he knows the answer, the truthful answer is not what you want to hear. He gets really quiet. He'll just
Correct, because he doesn't want.
so he knows between the right and wrong.
Exactly, and because I know that as a parent, right? I know him. I pay attention to my kid. So when she said he blurts out, "This is easy," you know what? That's my fault. I'm the one that's hyped him up that this is easy, ain't it? He's like, yes, right? So that's my fault. I will change that. I'm also not going to tell him to ever not think it's easy. Just don't say it. Because there's going to be a moment in time you're going to say, this is hard. Enjoy the easy moments while you got them, because life is fucking hard, right? So I want you to cherish those moments where you really get it and you got it going. Because there's going to be moments that me and you will sit down together if you're in calculus and we're going to brainstorm together. Because guess what? Dad ain't done this in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then,
Yeah. And chances are you're not going to use it for 20 years after you're done doing it in class. So it's like you can't take it too seriously. Ultimately, you know, it's like I just wish I would.
I appreciate that, Nona. That's really where I think we're leaning, private school. And
Pretty soon we'll have AI teachers.
I promise you, I won't march in there. I will walk in there politely. And I'm very good. One thing I learned from my dad is positioning, right? And making sure that when we have a conversation, me and the teacher, that you can understand my point of view just as much as I understand yours. The only problem here is I agree with you. We're in a situation, and we got spoiled. I told Asia this. I said last year we were spoiled. The teacher had a private Instagram that posted pictures of our kids all the time, posted pictures of the crafts they did. She was very interactive, and now we got a lousy teacher. The part that pisses me off is to find out that you picked my kid. You picked him to be in your class.
I'm sure I had a lot of lousy teachers, but I turned out all right. So you
I
gotta have the lousy ones to have the good ones, right?
to understand what a good one is. And I don't, again, that is the optimism that I love from Casey. And that's real shit. Because you're right. You can't know what a win is if you never lost, right? It's the same thing. You don't know bad from good if you never experienced it. But you're in the crucial development of my child's education, right? This is the foundation of what we're getting started, right? You need to be on point. If you're telling my son he's going to get new books every week and he's coming home like, I didn't get any new books, let me run upstairs and get a book. Because he knows he has to read a book, and then he goes and picks a challenging book because he wants to push himself. You have a room full of books and you're dictating what they choose. Maybe let him pick a book that he thinks is difficult. Today he came home with a book about military vehicles. I was like, the fuck? He got it from the library, not from his teacher. And that's the shit that drives me crazy. Is like, we're at a point, after we've talked about it before, parents got to be more interactive. We got to, D'Angelo did die today. But this is where I will be at the next PTA meeting, right? Because it's just where I'm at. And I'm sorry that I went on a rant. It was just something I've been wanting to talk to you about. We haven't really had a chance, and this is the first time we got to sit down and actually talk. Or else I would have bounced it back and forth off you from work, but we don't really have time now.
Other than this, we don't talk ever, other than like across the fucking aisle at work. So,
but it should be changing because we got lunch together now, so hopefully it changes.
But do
Casey's a sports
we
player.
got our vehicle still at the shop, so we're carpooling. So half my lunch is dropping the car off with my wife. So, I mean, the only benefit out of having the car in the shop is I get to spend a lot more time with my wife, and that's always a plus.
Facts.
And the only downside about having the car in the shop is I get to spend more time with my wife. I'm just kidding. I did that.
I know you're joking. Yeah, I was like, I know you did that for the clip. I'm like, you actually walk out smiling and happy. I can't wait to go see Paula. So I can legit vouch. He's like, I'm gonna be about 30 minutes late. I gotta go get Paula, and he loves it every day.
I'm an ass guy. I'm an ass guy. We're gonna say,
motherfucker around. Casey's like, hey now. Like, no. Again, I didn't mean to make this episode more about education than anything, but we started with AI, and my fear is we're to a point that maybe AI will be a better educator than the teachers we have.
And between AI, cryptocurrency, digital IDs, and electric cars, everybody pump the brakes and don't try to jump in too quickly, because I think this is going to be one of those things we're going to look back and be like, shit, that happened quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cars now are reading your eye movement, and if you look away from the road too long,
beeping.
It'll beep and say, it'll give you a message saying you're not doing safe
or
driving.
If you're just using one finger, it says put your hands on the wheel.
Yeah, so pretty soon you're going to get tickets by not having your eyes on the road. Just think about it.
She goes, or maybe he'll be in functional math 1 for the 3rd time that you were aiming high. I can't even spell calculus. I was speaking calculuses in high school. I was doing algebra in 5th grade, right?
2 plus 2 doesn't always equal 3. Sometimes it's 4 or 5. That's calculus. That is literally calculus.
I was like, so I can 100% say I never took calculus. I stopped at stat because statistics were fucking crazy. So I was like, I'm not gonna use this math ever. Statistics, I wish I would have spent more time in, like, because of fucking sports betting. But
out of all the classes in high school, what do you think is the stupidest one, looking back?
And you're right. No, hold on. Nona said she'll probably tell you, shut up, bitch, and go home. I got a bunch of those Rugrats in here. I can't teach y'all individually. And I'll say, exactly. Pull out his folder. You can't teach one. If you can't, I remember kids, the teachers were excited when they had one that was advanced because they could kind of push their limits with them and see what they could learn. You know what I mean? Now, what your mom said, that's because you had me.
Oh, of course. Yeah, my mom was the best.
Look, high school, I think not everybody is That's why they have vocational schools. You know what I mean? Like the fucking trade schools that you can go to half and half in high school now. Like I think that we're getting to a point now that we're gonna see. Oh, look, really quick, because we're just gonna scratch this whole subject, and really quick we'll talk about that beef jerky. And then we'll wrap up. But she said beef jerky, kids. First off, I love you, Nona, but I gotta let you know, my asshole's gonna be on fire tomorrow. Casey was like,
I
it
got
was
the
so
guy's
good.
business card. His name's Mitchell Sanders, and it's Be Nice Jerky is the name of it.
Push it closer.
Be Nice Jerky, and by Mitchell Sanders. And everybody that tried it
We'll
at the
post a
office,
picture.
a few people had 2 pieces, so it wasn't too spicy where you just can't eat it. And everybody
I'm a bitch.
everybody complimented the texture of it. And
It was very tender. That was the first thing I said. Very tender, had great flavor.
mhm.
My mouth burned for 30 fucking minutes. Maybe I'm a bitch, but I eat hot shit all the time.
It
And,
says, "Eat the jerky, don't be the jerky."
yeah, that's good marketing.
Good mark.
We'll post a picture for you guys on Facebook. But I was telling him, if you see him again, I can send you the money. Sweet and spicy is my favorite when it comes to jerky. I will definitely send the money. It's not a problem.
Mm.
But we appreciate you thinking of us, especially with that one. That should have been. We did do a video on it, so we'll post the video. I know you're cap cutting it, but that would have been one to live react on this show. Because I ain't gonna lie, I drank a whole bottle of water, a whole cup of fucking shit.
Hey,
My shit was on fire.
why don't we try to do a reaction video a week, and we'll play it before the show every week.
I'm down with that.
All right, we'll do it on a lunch break. We'll have something. So if somebody at work,
Sour, hot,
somebody
sweet.
sees something that catches your eye, and you're like, "Damn, Casey and Stacy would probably like that shit."
Bring it in.
We'll eat it. We'll try it. We'll make a video on it.
Not dog shit. Not any form of manure.
If it gets us
Food.
enough views, I'll eat some bird shit. Because my dog, he eats turkey shit all the time, and he's really, really, really fit.
I made my fucking mouth water like I was gonna puke.
I'll eat that too. I'm Casey.
I'm Stacy.
We have Stacy Casey Show. Peace. Peace.